say you have a job and the next promotion up from you states that you need to have an MBA. You go, okay, I need to go back to school and I'm gonna go get an MBA because I want that job. And at no point are you thinking, oh, my boss thinks I'm a huge loser. Now he's making me go back to school. You think, no, that's just how it works. If I want to have the skills to do that job, I need to learn. I don't understand why we would treat personal development any differently. It's the same thing. We go to school for people who go to college, right? They spend all this money, you know, $10,000, $100,000, all this money for a degree in order to get a job that they walk into, entry level, where they start possibly at an unpaid internship, getting coffee, and they just paid all this money to go to school and gave 4 years of their life. But with really no guarantee, right? That you're not gonna really do anything with it. But when we say invest in yourself, read this book, watch this video, go to this event, people's heads melt. Like they're like, my brain's melts, I can't handle that. I don't want to spend money, I don't want to invest time, I just want this to happen. It's not how it works. I tell people all the time, I was not the person that I am today when I started this business, and I wouldn't have a successful business if I didn't throw myself into personal development very heavily. So some things that I mentioned on here are things that I personally think are really awesome. For personal development, for those of you guys who do live in California, there's a course called Benchmark Courses that I've gone to that I help staff all the time. Amazing for keeping you from self-sabotage and things like that. Danny Johnson, amazing. Really, really good for some skill sets and some ways to talk to different personalities that can help you. And then as far as some skills, I actually had the time management training by Beachbody on here as well, but I think it got deleted. But there's GoPro, the Eric Worre, he's amazing. All of Darren Hardy's stuff, which I think I corrected the spelling on that as well. This is my old PowerPoint, I think, guys. So Darren Hardy, amazing. He does events in person as well. And of course, all the things that we do here, like you're here right now, Summit, Super Saturday, any of the game plan trainings that come, the challenge group trainings that come. I don't even know if we do game plan trainings anymore. That's probably not a thing. But anyway, getting to events and embracing all of the different skill trainings so you can become a better leader. You can get better emotional maturity, better personality skills, sales skills, all of the things that you need to run your business. So it is really important that you are always improving yourself. Okay, this one's really important to me. A lot of people are either really, really interesting or really interested, and they don't really mix the two. So the first thing about being interested is make sure that you are paying attention to what other people have to say. You shouldn't be talking all about your transformation. You shouldn't be talking about how Beachbody's done this, that, the other. You should be asking about them. And that seems like common sense, but I think we all know common sense is not common practice. Because I hear people who say that to me, and then they don't do it. They just talk about themselves. So it's a little, if you're in person, if you are speaking with someone, there's like an old networking tactic that goes way back, that if you let them finish their sentence, and then count to 3 in your head, they will most likely keep talking. And they will give you more information. And then you'll get more information about their why they're interested, why they're there, and all of that. So it's definitely something to consider as far as you need to be asking a lot of questions and then listening to the answer. And if you can't listen because you're nervous or whatever, you can pull a 3-second rule out and it'll calm you down. With creating opportunities, for me, that is just about sort of speaking with intention. I have an example that I use that I was at an Aaron Brothers one day, and I was returning a picture frame. And I could have simply walked up to the girl and said, hey, I want to return this picture frame. She would have gladly exchanged it. But I actually went out of my way to say, hey, I had some pictures done. I lost 100 pounds. I had these pictures done. I've had a picture blown up. I put it in this frame. There's kind of a glare. It doesn't work for me. Can you help me find another one? Did she need that information? No. Did I just create a conversation where there wasn't one? Yes. I do it all the time. I find a way to just pop it in. Does it go somewhere all the time? No. But sometimes it does. So then as far as being interesting, if I had more time, I'd ask you all to pull up your Facebook and go to your own timeline right now and decide if you would like to be your friend. Most of the time when I have someone do that, the answer is no. They would not. Make sure that when you're going out and building this network and you're making all these friends and you're doing all these things, that you give them a reason to stick around. Do you just, if you went to your timeline right now, would it be just a bunch of posts of you kissing your Shakeology bottle? We all know that's a bad idea, right? We learned that actually. Or is it pictures of things about you? So I always recommend that you pick 5 categories of your life that you're going to share, and you do it on a consistent basis. So if you guys have ever followed me or looked at my personal profile, which is public, it's things that are funny, things that are fitness related, relationships, both my own and advice for that, travel, and empowerment. So if you scroll through my timeline, you won't find anything that doesn't fit in there, but you will find something from every category. Because this allows people to connect with me. It allows people to go, I like her. I find being her friend valuable. I care what she has to say. I'm gonna stick around. So yes, you have to be interested, you have to form people and ask them questions, but you also have to give them a reason to be around you. Does that make sense? Cool. I can't wait to see. I don't know if you guys noticed, there's a hide from timeline button. You can go through your timeline and hide. So even when I do like all my team recognition in one day and all my friends are like, what is this? I go through and the next day just hide them. They're still on the internet, they're still on Facebook, people are still tagged, but they're not on my timeline. So if I make a friend, we all know what you do when you make a brand new friend, you go to their timeline, right? They're not just seeing 6 posts of me celebrating Emerald and Diamond coaches. Anyway, so, let's read the thing. All right, you know, I might, 4 minutes, can I do that? Yeah, I can fit it. Okay, so your environment. A lot of people forget, oh, you know what, he took out, that's the missing slide. It's the missing slide, that's okay, we'll work it out, I'll just talk, it'll be fine. You don't need PowerPoint. So a lot of people forget that your surroundings make a huge difference in your ability to be successful. Everyone hears, you're the average of the 5 people that you hang out with the most, right? We know that, we've seen that quote, all that. But have you ever really stopped and taken stock of those people? Up to and including your family and spouse? And said, does this person align? What kind of activities do we do together? What kind of attitude do they have about this opportunity? What kind of outlook do they have on the world? Are these people I should be investing my time with? If it doesn't align, you don't have to break up with them. But consider, I mean you can, but consider your time like your money. And you have a budget, and you have to allocate it. And if you want to get to a certain place, if you want to go on that vacation, you've got to build that savings account, right? Well, if you want to get to a certain place in your business or in your life, you've got to become that person, which means you've got to invest in the certain areas that are going to get you there. Well, maybe going to the bar again with the same people again is not going to get you there. Maybe that's the best investment of your money, your time, that it could be, right? Could you be maybe volunteering? Could you be maybe doing some good or going to a personal development event? Would you maybe meet some new people that might be more aligned with your goals, that maybe you could just kind of reinvest your time in over there if you were at those activities? So understand that that does start with you, and that is part of your environment. I'm gonna skip down to your physical environment. One thing you guys need to be cognizant of is how serious are you taking this career choice? Do you have a place where you work and you keep it clean and you take it seriously and you have a schedule? Or do you just kind of get to it whenever on the couch while other people are like, you know, watching negative TV shows around you? However seriously you take yourself in this business is how serious you will be taken. So have a clean, professional environment. Does that mean that might be a corner in your kitchen? Yes. My office for the first 16 months, 18 months, longer than that, 2 years, was in a corner in my bedroom. But it was my office. And that's the only thing it existed for. So make sure you take yourself seriously when it comes to your environment as well. To you, who want to work with you, and they're just going to show up and say, I want to do what you're doing because you seem awesome and it seems like you post great things on Facebook and you're always traveling and doing volunteer work and it seems like you have a great relationship and your friends seem really cool. I want your life. That's not going to happen if you are a super negative person. And you just have to be like super negative. I'm not talking like just like pessimist, because chances are if that's where your head was at, you might not be in this room. But we still do it. We still have some negative thoughts. So I like to just ask, like, what kind of mindset are you in about the business? Are you committed to this business, or are you just trying it out to see if it works? How committed are your potential customers and clients going to be to you if you're just testing it out? You gotta be all in. Or people, you're gonna attract other people that are half in. That's not what you wanna build. That's gonna give you a house of cards for an organization. It's going to give you customers that fall on and off their Shakeology. I have 60 seconds, oh my God, okay. Okay, I'll just jump to the bottom. One of the things I see people do that repels people is they have an idea, they want to talk to someone, they want to ask someone to be in their challenge group, or they want to share a really creative idea. They want to be a leader on their team. They want to say, hey, can I be the next Coach Basics? I want to help you lead. And then instead of saying it or asking the person, they go in their head with all the reasons why that person's going to say no, or why it's a stupid idea, or why it's not going to work. And they give themselves the no without ever giving the other person the opportunity to accept or reject them. So you're repelling people because you're rejecting yourself. You're only going to attract other people that are going to reject you. And you're going to be in this cycle where you don't understand why it is that everyone that shows up just doesn't want to commit, or they try something else, or why is my friend like doing this other competitor thing? It's because you rejected them before they could ever reject you, and that's what you're attracting. So, we're stuck. Is that on? No. I beat it.